All right, we on.
All right. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bros Podcast. I'm your boy Zoe.
Yep, we back. It's your boy.
We got a nice episode for y'all today. How was your day, bro?
Shit, smooth, man. Nothing too crazy. Um, I was also, a couple of things. Try to stay productive. Actually, just not too long ago. Just left the gym. Had some food or whatever. So yeah, just chilling, ready to get this pod going. Shit, what about yours?
That's what's up. Goddamn, I went and got a massage today from one of my classmates I graduated with. It was much needed too. Like, cause she's real
I
heavy
ain't gonna
handed,
lie. I think I need a massage,
bro.
like a
Bro,
professional massage.
bro, you need like, cause it's like, like our bodies is like cars. A car need to tune up, and it need us, especially the work we're doing, physical work and all
That's
that
what I'm
stuff.
saying. That's what I'm
And
saying.
like, it was just like so relaxing. Like she broke my body down and built me back up. I came out feeling like Jello. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
You
bad thing
felt
about it,
like you could jump out the gym, right?
yeah, felt good. Like, especially got my feet and stuff, shoulders, like all the tension out of the way. Cause she's heavy handed. Like when I went to school with her, I knew she's good at it. So she got her own little practice out in Franklin. That's the one thing though. It's all Franklin. That shit an hour away. I'm like, dang. But I was
God
like, nah,
damn.
yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm gonna just support, the classmate, whatever. I was like, yeah, I need you do house calls or something, cause yeah,
Yeah.
this drive.
Meet me.
But
Yeah, son.
yeah,
Mm.
like, but that thing, worth it. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right, really, when you just relax and it's like let someone take over your body and stuff, whatever. But yeah, did that.
Yeah.
Spent time with the little one. Me and the wife had a little luncheon and stuff. At Zaxby's and stuff. I know you like Zaxby's and stuff. She never had it, so she finally got it. She was like, "Oh, this what this is." I was like, "I told you." So
Exactly. Shit hit.
yeah,
Shout
so
out to Zach.
yeah, we getting the sponsor us for real, for
I love that.
real.
We
Right.
we need one of them gambling apps.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that's what we really
FanDuel,
need.
Underdog,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's gonna be a new one.
Oh
They
yeah.
they come with new ones every, so often. So we gonna get
hmm
one of them. It's coming. Shit, what you got for us today, bro?
All right, so today, because I was off also, and I was doing some, note taking, looking at certain news and stuff like that. And, first thing
Yeah.
pop up, LeBron did an interview, which is rare. LeBron don't do interviews. He just happened to do an interview. I was like, we definitely got
Yeah.
to speak on that. Um,
Yeah.
and then, he addressed the stuff with Stephen A. Smith and, him flopping and, his relationship with Kobe and MJ, like a lot of stuff. I was kind of glad that he, spoke about stuff and cleared some stuff up and all that. So I'm like, oh, he must retire. It's like the time must be coming that he probably about to retire. So now he's on to speak out and stuff.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
and
That
then,
was the first thing I thought. Like
hmm
him doing the interview, that mean he about to retire.
yeah, it's getting close. And then, of course, Stephen A. gonna have a response and we're gonna dive into that because it's I don't know, it's funny. Like Stephen A's a character, but that's him. Um, and then we in the thick of the playoffs. I think it's what like 12 games left, 11. Depending on what
Mm.
team. Look at the seeding because certain teams looking like they losing on purpose to go against a certain
Oh
team
yeah.
and all the, you know what I'm
We
saying? Yeah,
yeah.
they trying to. So that's crazy. And then the fact that Steph's been hurt, the Warriors dropped, a game or two, I believe. Um, so now they in the play-in. My Clippers moved up to the sixth seed. I want them to play the Rockets in the first round, but whatever. Um, but then we're gonna talk about some NFL. I feel like we're the only division that have all our quarterbacks are black in the NFC East since the Giants signed Russell Wilson. So we'll get
Oh,
into that.
yeah.
Um,
Damn, I ain't even think about
you know
that.
what I'm
That's
saying? I thought about it like,
it
damn.
makes sense. It makes sense though.
Yeah. And then, you know, uh, the fact that Aaron Rodgers ain't saying, and and that's just, you know, either people know that he's washed or something else going on with it. We'll dive into that. And then the NFL draft, like the draft about to come up in a couple weeks, and seeing whose
Yeah.
stock is rose, whose stock is falling. Um, Dive into that, and then we can go from there. I mean, is there anything you like to add, bro? You know what I'm
Man, really the only thing I would like to add, matter of fact, two things I would like to add, and I will be very brief. First thing is shout out to Juju Watkins, man, and
saying? Yeah,
we
they.
wish,
Mm,
yeah, bro, we wishing you oh, we gotta speak on something else. Damn. All right, well, I'm gonna make it quick though. But yeah, Juju, we sending you love and good energy, and I know you're gonna bounce back. It's been like I don't know what it is about women's sports, but I remember Paige Buckets. She did the same thing like maybe the year before last, and she bounced back. So I'm sure
mm,
Juju gonna bounce back. I'm speaking it. She gonna go number one in the draft next year,
mm.
regardless. So I mean all love to Juju. I'm a big fan. I've been watching you. She really a dog, and she just be
Yeah,
cooling, bro. Like, she just chill. So I fuck with her. And I was gonna bring up her and Jaden Daniels. I thought that was funny how his mom sat between them like they was children or something. You know what I
that's
mean?
hilarious.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But I get it as a mom. It's like, cause sometimes with some guys, most guys, like women can be their downfall. And not saying a woman is a bad thing, but it's like some guys like they just how it is when you can just like
Yes,
lose yourself in a female and vice versa. That can get dangerous.
but I also
So
feel like that's like if you want to take them to, I feel like it should be different because it ain't like Juju was just some female, some cheerleader, some you know what I'm saying? She
yeah,
just
they
as
both.
known, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
So it ain't
both.
like they
Yeah,
can get
it's
lost
the
in each
perfect
other,
match.
you know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
he gotta do what he gotta do. She doing what she doing. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Now if she was some I ain't gonna say no nobody, but some random or something like that,
Yeah, yeah,
then I can see why the
yeah.
mom like, oh nah, this my son, blah blah blah.
Do
Granted the
you think
mom
the mom know who she is though? Probably not.
probably not.
Well, maybe,
I mean I
maybe she
don't
do. Well, now
that's the
she do
crazy
for
thing.
sure.
Yeah, she know
So
for sure. So I
yeah,
mean, but it's a
yeah. But
mom,
you right
mom
about that.
protection.
That's like the
You know,
perfect combination, like the perfect couple. Like, you know what I mean?
they both
She on her
young
way to
too.
the pros. Yep, he just got to the pros. Like they both pretty much the same age. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that would be cool.
And then it's like they
So
can't really get lost within each other because they got to focus on their own craft. But
exactly.
that might be a detriment also because then they don't have the together time because they focus on their own stuff. So it's one of the things like when you older and you into the lead, you can probably balance it better. You just coming in, you trying to get your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it
It's
ain't like.
cool because they got the same profession, and I
Hmm.
believe that I don't think the girls play when the NFL. Do the girls play when the NFL is going?
I don't
I
think
don't.
so.
I
I don't
don't
unless
think
they
so.
they
I don't
just be
think they
starting when it
seasons.
ends. I
Yeah, I
believe.
don't think they seasons overlap. So I feel like it'll be like a nice balance. Like we. So I don't know. It could work. And you always want to start young. Like you don't. I don't want to say you always want to start young, but like it's cool to like grow with somebody. Like ideally. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So for them being the age that they are, it was like it makes sense to be together. Even if in the beginning we can't really spend as much time, later down the
mm.
line we could really, So I think that'll be cool. But yeah, and then the only other thing really I want to speak about, bro, if you ain't had nothing else in regards to that, was the well really I ain't really been following it too much. Outside of, the home team in the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Um the college March Madness is down to the Sweet 16, so I just go through the teams that's left over. You
Mm-hmm.
got Duke in Arizona, which is playing right now.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, Duke the number one seed, Arizona the 4 seed. You had Bama and BYU. Bama beat them.
Mm.
Bama was 2 seed. BYU was a 6 seed. Houston and Purdue, number 1 seed versus number 4 seed. Kentucky and Tennessee, 3 seed versus 2 seed. So all of the seeds pretty much like everybody won who's supposed to win. Another game that's playing right now, Texas Tech versus Arkansas. Texas Tech, 3
Ooh,
seed. Arkansas, 10 seed. Florida beat Maryland.
saw that one.
Um, Maryland got this big. He's super solid. I think you would like him. Um, who else you got? Michigan versus Ole Miss. Michigan State versus Ole Miss. Michigan State 2 seed. Michigan State is who Jace Richardson played for. Jason Richardson's
It's
son. So shout out to him. And then Auburn versus Michigan. I want to see that game. I like Auburn to win the whole thing. They the number 1 seed. I really like them. I know my team UNC. We lost in the first round to Ole Miss, so they in the Sweet 16. Yeah, we got smoked.
Damn, I got
Um,
smoked.
yeah, I mean it won't bad, but we was the 11th seed. Like that shit not even the same. I don't know what happened. Like it's hard for me to even root for them without Roy, but we'll figure it out. But
Mm.
yeah, y'all hooping. Y'all the number 1 seed. Who you like winning it all? If if you
If I
want to
want to
make
be
a
not
prediction.
biased, because I'm a Duke fan, so I
No,
want us to win.
I
Um,
mean, but you could be biased because y'all really like that. So
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah, a lot of people hate Duke. I mean, I don't get it, but okay. Honestly, I don't even know how I started liking Duke. Honestly,
probably because I like UNC.
yeah, but then I could have liked Virginia, or what I'm saying. I don't know.
Nah,
It probably would
I
have been the
feel
same. You're right, but
it.
uh, I'm trying to think. I like Florida. So Florida,
Yeah,
did
they
Florida,
solid.
did Florida get
Florida
put out?
beating it. Yeah, they beating that shit. They playing. They play. I'm actually watching y'all right now.
Yeah, me
So,
too. I'm watching it now.
but let me go. Let me go to the bracket right quick.
I
But
think I
yeah,
heard.
Florida. They. I
Mm,
think they. I think they beat Maryland if I'm not mistaken. So I think they moving on to the Elite Eight. But let me just double check. Uh, Florida got who?
yeah, kind of know like
Yeah,
Florida got this.
they beat Maryland, so they already advanced to the Elite Eight. So they're gonna get the winner of Texas Tech and Arkansas, which is playing right now. So they get the winner of the 3 seed, 10 seed, um, in which I don't know. I haven't really seen Arkansas's team. I don't know who they have, but I know they beat St. John's, and I was rooting for.
Thank
I,
God.
I Yeah, I was rooting for St. John's because of their coach. I can't think Rick Pitino. I wanted to see him win it all, build a program from scratch because St. John's ain't really been that good lately. But they used to be
Mm-hmm.
like a powerhouse team, so would have been cool to see him take them to the championship. But um, so yeah, you got my pick. It'll be either Auburn or I don't really know none of the other teams. I'm gonna just go Auburn because I seen them play. But y'all could easily win it all. All I know is that y'all got Bama. Bama already Elite Eight. They the number 2 seed. Y'all the number 1 seed. So ideally, you would want to see number 1 versus number 2 in the
Yeah.
Elite Eight. However, Arizona's like they a solid team. So
Mm.
this is gonna be a good
But
game. Y'all got
Caleb
our
Love,
hands full.
like right now.
Yeah,
Um,
he hooping. Houston is also solid. Kentucky, Tennessee, like the bracket. Y'all bracket is very strong. Really I don't know. I gotta see Michigan State play because like
mm,
I just want to see if they play like defense. That's the main thing I want to see if they like D up, like if they defense travel. But yeah, who you like?
I'm gonna like my like Duke, but like I said, I like Florida, because uh, they two guards. They two guards can like interchange. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like one could be a
Mm-hmm.
point, the other could be a two, and they do that work. And it's like I feel like that's kind of rare in college. It's like either you're a point guard or you're a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? But with them, it's
Yeah.
like either or. So I like them. And plus, I heard they got like, is it them? I believe it's them. They got a center. I don't know if he played that much or not, but he like 7'9" or some shit.
Yeah,
And
they got him.
yeah, and they was saying about if he stays, healthy and all that stuff, then he might be uh, something or whatever. So we'll see. But ooh, nice pass. Ooh, wide open shot. Mm. But yeah, like I only saw from NCAA till like you said around this time for real. Like so, I think this is my first
Mm-hmm.
time really watching Cooper Flag play. Like I hear about him,
Yeah,
but
only highlights. I ain't like you said. Since we was young, I've been stopped. Like I ain't super locked into college like I used to be. But especially like around this time, like you said, 16 teams, last 16. It used to be like the tournaments,
uh
but they didn't changed all the teams and the tournaments and shit. Like the ACC, and so but I don't even really
yeah,
watch those no more. But yeah, Duke always got a pro starting five, bro, every year. Speaking of that, Zion is hooping too. Like he's
yeah.
going nuts. It's cool
He,
to see, actually.
yeah, I hate it when people are like, "Oh, his weight and this to the third." He's starting to, shut some people up. Granted, what you expect, you in New Orleans, but what you thought was gonna happen? He's 20
Yeah,
some years old. They expected him to
everybody
be
know that.
LeBron disciplined or something. Like, bro, like everybody ain't,
Yeah, and like
gifted
you
like
said, being
this.
in New Orleans, it don't make it any easier, bro. Like I done been there a couple times. That shit is not like, yeah, it's just hella
Oh,
food and partying and all of that stuff.
speaking of New Orleans, right? So I haven't been, but I've heard about like, and this is gonna be on our conspiracy episodes, or whatever. So y'all stay tuned for that. But about
Hmm.
like how New Orleans they have vampires and werewolves and shit. And I'm like, what? Mind you, it's stuff that
Yeah,
we think like, oh nah, that ain't real. But then you have people that's like, it's some stuff that happened there. So I want to ask you. I mean, just happening a little bit when you went down
it's
there. Was there certain places that you was just like, nah, or you know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
Like
for
it just
sure. That's like one of the voodoo capitals of the world. Um,
mm,
New Orleans, like you see it all around. You see like
mm,
little stuff. They got like little merch and you see it. So yeah, and then it was some places that just give you bad vibes. But this was before I even was really knowing that type of stuff. I ain't gonna say before I knew, but you won't even really thinking about that while you out there because it's just like so much going on, like all of the
mm,
times of the day. Like last time I went down there, bro, we was out till like 5 in the morning. Like I had went home and came back because we was staying in the Airbnb and we stayed out to like till the sun came back up, bro.
mm.
Like on Bourbon, like, but it's just back streets and shit. It's a little, yeah, bro. You just got to be very careful out there. I always say go in a group because it could get a little, it's
Dicey.
definitely places out there. Yeah, it's definitely places out there. And what's crazy is that they started shooting while we was out there.
Mm.
Yeah, they started shooting like a real life shootout, bro, on Bourbon. Like it was
Crazy.
it was like a movie. That shit was crazy. But yeah, it was fun though overall. It's like a nice trip for sure. Good food, good history, a lot of things to
Mm.
do. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we'll dive deep into that. Certain stuff I've heard and all this stuff. I'm like, bruh. So yeah, that'll be coming to another episode. But was there anything else that you want to go ahead and dive into? You know,
Yeah, that's it, bro. We can go ahead and get into it for real.
okay. Um, mm. So like I said, we're gonna talk about this LeBron interview. So LeBron went ahead and went on this show, the Pat McAfee show. If you don't know who Pat McAfee is, he used to be a punter, a kicker. I think he's a kicker. kicker for the Colts back in the day. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say back in the day, but like, he ain't in there now.
back in
Yeah, back
yeah.
in the day. And he was actually pretty good and stuff like that. He also be on
Mhm.
wrestling. I'm gonna get like that's just crazy. He's an announcer on wrestling, which is crazy. But yeah,
For real?
he's an announcer on wrestling. Like he be at WrestleMania and all the big name stuff and stuff. And matter of
I
fact, I
never knew
believe
that.
he's on the wrestling game as
That's
a
actually
celebrity.
cool. He got the voice for it for
Yeah,
sure.
like
So
as a
yeah.
celebrity person or whatever, he's actually on the game. Kind of cool. And he'd be like a big kid up there too. Like, when people be cheering, he up in there. But yeah, so he went and had an interview with Mr. LeBron James, and pretty much he asked the questions, LeBron answered them with no problem. LeBron talked about how um him flopping because supposedly it's like the Shaq thing. He gets fouled all the time, right? And they don't call anything. So when you get hit, he has to throw a little extra into it, which I understand. Like I
Mhm.
never bought into
Yeah. Gotta sell
whole
it.
LeBron. Yeah, you gotta sell it. I never bought into LeBron couldn't play in the '90s. Like I don't believe it. Like I just don't. Um, and then he talked about the thing with Stephen A. Smith, and he pretty much went at Stephen A. Smith, calling him saying he was on a what do you call that Taylor? What's her name? Taylor
Yeah.
Swift tour.
Taylor Swift.
I was like, what? What? I was like, oh, okay.
He came at Stephen A,
He was
bro.
going at him, and he was like, I don't care about you can dissect my game, blah 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 blah. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna protect my family, I'm gonna protect my players, and this is one of the
Mm.
things I really side with LeBron about the family part and also the players. Now, granted, they're all grown people in NBA, right? But I always had a problem with Stephen A. when he used to talk about Kawhi, like, you know, like he don't be trying to play. And I think it was an episode Ty Lue had to put Stephen A. straight, like, yo, he be trying, but stuff happens and stuff like
Mm.
that. So I respect that from LeBron saying that. I mean, it would have been nice if he would have like hit on that, but yeah. Then talked about his relationship with Kobe and stuff like that, and MJ and all that. It was very insightful. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very uh
Yeah, it
good
was.
to hear, because like I said, it's probably coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? He's doing these interviews. I believe when Kobe knew it was over, he was being more outspoken. When Kobe didn't really talk to people like Tom about for real,
Mhm.
but that farewell tour, he's talking, he's laughing, he's doing all this stuff. So LeBron probably knows it's coming to an end.
Yeah, yeah,
Anything you
that
want
was
to
the
add to
first.
it?
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought, bro. When because first of all, just waking up and seeing that he did an interview. Number one was
Mm-hmm.
like, huh? Hold on, this nigga don't do interviews. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm thinking like, yeah, he probably about to hang it up after this season. Cause like he did a full interview, bro. Like I ain't get to watch the whole thing, but most of the stuff that you said, like I got like the first 40 minutes, first 30, 40 minutes. So yeah, it was very insightful. He spoke about a lot of stuff that it was cool to hear him talk about. But in regards to the Stephen A. Smith stuff, I remember when I said, I think it was last episode when I was saying he was just flexing and just playing chess. And
Mm-hmm.
that was like a continuation of that for real today. Like or when he went to that and did the interview, in my opinion. Um and even Melo and D Wade chimed in and they both said LeBron did that for the players, like for them. Like
Mm-hmm.
for cause and I get both sides. Like to me, they both was like kinda wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, cause I just don't really see. I ain't see nothing that Stephen A. said that was to the point where Bron needed to respond. Like he been doing that. Maybe we just so ignorant to the fact that since they never say nothing, it's okay for him to say the stuff that he say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 'cause he the only one that's gonna hover on the edge like that and say some of the stuff that he say. So that's why he the big dog at ESPN. So I respect Stephen A. But I also respect, like you said, um, with LeBron speaking up for his family for sure, but also for the players, like Melo and D Wade said, pretty much like what he was saying, I would have stepped to you as well.
Hmm.
So,
I
just an
think it was
ultimate.
more like back in the day, if a reporter or whoever said something to a player, and I think LeBron said it, it was like you'll get hit in your mouth, like a Charles Oakley, a
Hmm.
Vernon Maxwell, Buck
Right.
Williams, all these players. And
Hmm.
then he was saying like these reporters or whoever gotten used to, oh, we can get away with it. And then I thought it was like
Hmm.
getting too far when that one
Good
reporter
point.
asked about Joel Embiid's dead brother. I didn't even know Joel had
Yeah.
a brother. And you asking
Yeah.
him like, who are you to ask about him? Like, come on, bro. You know. So that's
Yeah.
I was thinking about how that was, and
Great
so
point.
I
Great point
mean,
on that.
Stephen A. And then like I said, the one time Stephen A. when he talk about people, game. Most of the time he does that. But like I said, when like I said, I saw the clip that he was talking about, and it was like, as a father, stop doing this. And I think he was saying, I feel like once you put as a father, stop doing this, you're not even talking about basketball no more. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, Bronny's in the NBA. Yes, he's grown. He's not legal yet. I don't think. I think he's just 20, but he's in the public, all that stuff. But you telling him stop, and I look at it like this: how we grew up, the only way to get better is go get put in the fire. So if he got to
Yep.
go out there with a Tyrese Maxey and get cooked, that's gonna have to happen. He gonna go out
Mm.
there against a Dame Lillard, get cooked. That's what's gonna happen. He gotta get it. And then look what's happening now in the G League, killing them. Then he had that game against the Bucks. They lost, but he looked more comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
nigga be dropping 40 like it's nothing, bro, which
yeah,
is
so
not normal,
we
bro.
can't tell this man how to raise his son. He's been there with his son for who knows how long. So who is Stephen A. Smith? Not saying Stephen A. Smith is a bad father, because I
Shit.
believe he's not, because he got daughters. But don't tell that man how to raise his son. Like you would have been like,
Shit.
oh,
Even if Bronny was trash, you still can't tell him how to raise his son regardless. Like,
exactly.
even if he want good and if he got the pull to get him drafted, fuck it. Shit. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, Bron deserved that. But it's just like even from because I watched a little bit of his response, Stephen A. response on his show, and
Mm.
I get where he
Hold
was
on,
coming
time
from.
out. Like
Uh
time
huh.
out. His response that he do on First Take and his like personal podcast is
No,
totally
not
two
I ain't
different
even
things,
watch. Yeah,
bro.
I
They
ain't
be
watched
totally two
first
different
take.
things. But I
Yeah,
get what you're saying. But
cause
go ahead.
yeah, ESPN is more political, so I ain't even
Mm-hmm.
watched that. I just went straight to his podcast,
Yeah.
and I got what he was saying. I ain't watched the whole thing, but I got what he was saying. He basically saying like, even though I said that it was in the context of basketball, like
Mm-hmm.
you keep throwing them to the wolves and bitching, but or you keep throwing them to the wolves, but then bitch when we talk about him. I mean, he's gonna be talked about 55th pick, first pick. It doesn't matter. He's your son. So
Mm-hmm.
I get what Stephen A. was saying at that point, but like you said, and I agree with you when you say like, because let's say he was still in school, he'll probably be averaging 20. Like he would have got into his groove eventually, and the same thing he doing in the G League. Well, I wouldn't say the same thing. It's the same, but it'll be like same level, like in college play. Like, cause niggas not
Mm-hmm.
averaging 30 like that in college, but Bron will be
Mm-hmm.
in the top conference first team. Like, he'll be doing his thing. So his dad know for sure. No, my son can play right now. I know it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and but I got both sides. I feel like Stephen A. Even though he do OD a lot, I don't think it be nothing too crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was. I don't know what's going on between them two, bro. But I never seen LeBron respond to something like that. Like, so just respond to anything really. Even when he was talking about how who he said that when he was like they act like they best friends. Dang, I can't think of the guy name.
The one
Oh,
analyst, Brian Windhurst.
Brian
Yeah.
Windhorst. Yeah, Brian Windhorst, which is my guy. His little voice and shit. He be reporting like he do report like he be having like a actual source. So that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be interesting to see that unfold. He even spoke about his son when him and Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. they met at half court. And the moment was so surreal that he was floating, and he was saying, he talked a little bit about the situation that happened, and how he had like pretty much like it was like a birth defect. Something like how Kiara she had like a heart murmur.
Mm,
So she couldn't really push herself too hard, or it would be affected. She really wasn't even supposed to be playing sports. So
mm,
like that's how dangerous that is, bro. So
mm-hmm.
shout out to Bron because he really like, you know what I mean, like bounced back. Like he was playing in that same year, like Bron said, like that man just had basically like a heart attack, and
Exactly.
he was playing. He played that same year, and that same like he played. So it's like, and man, it was just cool. I'm gonna go and watch the whole thing so I can digest it. But I was just so surprised to see him talking, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody saying another thing to add to it. A lot of people coming at him for not going on another podcast, like a black podcast. Like I seen one angle where someone was saying that he could have went to like looked out for somebody that had like maybe like a mid level podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And he could have went on their show, and he could have went to another ESPN show that had like a black person on it. I hate when we turn everything to
Anti-black.
race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like first off, how is he gonna go to a random podcast when he probably was in where that podcast, like he probably
That's
was in that
that's the
city.
thing. He was. They
Yeah,
had just they were about to play Indiana, and Pat McAfee's, because he was for coach in Annapolis. That's where he stayed at. That's where he do his pod at. So he was there, and
exactly,
he was like, "It's easy." Now, let's say if he was in New York, maybe he would have pulled up to Breakfast Club or some shit. I don't fucking know, but
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see him
I
not
don't think it was
doing
that deep.
it.
I,
Won't. It
I
ain't
think
that
it was
deep.
it was more so like a off the wing thing. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do this
Mm-mm.
since he want to keep talking. I'm gonna go on Pat McAfee show and give him an interview. Like I don't think it was that
And
much
it goes
thought
back
put
to
into it.
your chess thing. uh
Mm-hmm.
Pat McAfee show comes on after First Take. They're on the same network.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you said, that chess move. Like, so I'm gonna go on it because for real, First Take is the show and stuff like that. But from what I'm like looking at, that Pat McAfee show is like doing numbers too. Like,
Yeah,
only
it do
thing
numbers.
that's the only thing that's really saving First Take is it's been there longer. I think Pat McAfee show
Yeah,
just showed up like maybe 2 years ago, maybe something like that, and it's keeping
it's
up
at the
because
top. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
because
coming.
Pat McAfee got a bad too, just like Stephen A. I don't think it was just as much, but he got a bad too. So obviously,
Mm-hmm.
he doing something. So you know,
Is his show the one that Aaron Rodgers used to go on, or is that
yes,
somebody else?
that's the
That's
show, the
him. Okay.
same show that
Okay.
that Aaron Rodgers had in his contract that he go up there every Friday or something. That's crazy. We're gonna get into Aaron Rodgers a little bit later, because that's crazy. I didn't know that. I was like, huh? In your
Mm.
contract? Oh yeah, I got to go to Pat McAfee. We're like, what are y'all, butt buddies or something? But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, that shit was good, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I was watching a little bit of it earlier, and I watched a little bit of it before we got up here. And I watched, like I said, some of Stephen A. response, and he was calling LeBron a liar. So it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be interesting to see how it unfolds. I hope it don't
Yeah.
last too long, though. But it's cool to see Bron in the media. So yeah, we're gonna see how long this go. But yeah,
Speaking of
it was.
response, that's gonna be our
Mm,
that's gonna segue to our next one. When, like you said on his Stephen A's podcast, how he was saying if LeBron would have swung on him, if he would have touched him, he would have swung on LeBron. And I'm looking at Stephen A like, bruh, you 58, 57, whatever. Really?
number
You know what
one,
I'm saying?
this how you know he can't fight. First of all, I'ma scoop him. Number one, I'ma scoop blood. So I'm gonna get him down to my level. Number one. So ain't no way I'm swinging on LeBron. Why would I swing on a nigga that's eight, uh, 8 inches taller than me. For what? I'm not gonna swing unless I'm like trying to give him a body blow or something. Like, hey, you see what LeBron posted the video of Stephen A. Oh
Trying to
my God, bro.
exactly,
Man, I
exactly.
was crying, bro. Like, you ain't swinging on nobody with that swing, number one. So just go ahead and scoop game, and then try to get them on the ground. Fight dirty, bro. Like, you ain't swinging on nobody. Like, but we all understand that. He didn't even have to say that because we understand that's not gonna happen. We not in that time. Like,
hmm
no, you ain't nobody swinging on nobody, bro. Like, you know that's not gonna happen. So why even bring that up? And
That's what
then
I'm
to say you're
saying.
gonna get beat up. If you gonna bring it up, at least say you would have won. Like, you gonna bring it up to say he gonna beat you up. We know he gonna beat you up. Like, why even
Exactly.
bring it up?
Like,
That
where's he
shit
even
crazy.
coming from? Like, I was just like, bro, what?
Yeah, he
Like,
was just sometimes he just be yapping, but it's cool because it's raw. That's why I like his podcast. I like watching, his. I wouldn't even say I watch it, but I know that if it's something really going on, I want to hear him talk about it in raw form. It's gonna be on his
mm-hmm,
own podcast. So that's when he was calling everybody out. D Wade, Mello, calling
mm-hmm.
Bron a liar. So I'm gonna watch the rest of that. But yeah, he stood on business for sure. He was saying like I ain't really say nothing that outlandish. And then he was also talking about how Bron looked at the camera after he, walked away from him. So he knew the cameras was recording. I don't doubt that. I'm pretty sure he knew the cameras was recording.
Cameras always
Same
recording.
with yeah. I mean, so but yeah, he stood on business though. But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely don't want feeling that whole swing on thing. I just felt like he could have left that out.
Yeah, like, um, it was just crazy. I was just like, bro, really? Like, you going to, like you said, you gonna try to scoop, and then even if he tried to scoop, like the weight diff, like is like, and then that's like Stephen A. ain't like the best in shape nigga. Like, let's get that shit. Let's just get that. I'm just saying, like, it ain't like he built. It ain't like he built like Shannon Sharp or some shit. Like, come on now, Stephen A. You look fragile. Not you look fragile. You is fragile. It just
No,
don't, you
he
know what I'm saying? Like, it makes it, like I said, you old. Yeah, I feel like he had a hip replacement surgery, but I'm not sure. Like, he had something. Um,
from what? What did he be doing to get that?
exactly.
Like,
Old age, I guess. I don't know. I feel like he had some type of surgery on something. Rotator cuff, something. Like, so it's just like, bruh. And then this ain't the first time, Stephen A. has said something towards the word of violence. I remember when he was going at Kevin Durant, I think when Kevin Durant was in OKC, and he said it. I don't think he had his podcast at the time. It might have been his show or whatever. And he looked right at the camera and was like, Kevin Durant, KD, you don't want no issues with me. The fuck? What? Like, bro, he made it sound like he was like the mafia or
what?
something. Like, stop. Like, everybody got, I don't want to call them goons, but you got goons. You got niggas that, if I say do such and such, you know
I
what I'm saying?
mean,
Everybody got that.
with his level of money,
You
we
know what I'm saying?
understand that he could do that if he needed to. But
You
it's
know what I'm
like
saying?
you're
I
not even
get it.
the type of nigga. Yeah.
Like,
So
why? Just, I mean, I know you're from New York and stuff like that, but let's not act like, hey, you don't got people either. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Well,
if he wanted to take it that far, but it's never that serious. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So it was just like, with Steve Havy, I don't want to say but with Kendrick say Drake, I like when he's saying, I like when he's saying melodies, not when he raps. Like Stephen A, stick
Hmm.
to your reporting. Stop acting like a tough guy. Like, stop that. Like, that's not you. Like.
That's
Cause soon somebody be like, all right, I challenge Steve A to a boxing match. He gonna be like, nah, why did he do that? I'm worth 100 million. Blah 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 blah. Nah, like so
man. That
that
that video, bro. Like when I saw that, I
looked
swear,
terrible,
bro. I
horrible.
watched it. I watched it over and over because that first punch, like, where you punching at? What you punching down there? That was not like what is gonna be down there to punch, bro.
He punched
Like
niggas
your
nuts.
first punch, like what are you doing? Like, man, I was crying off that shit, bro. I was like, man, Evil Bron is different. Like, you don't want to make that man mad, bro. He really coming at Stephen A.
And I
But
love it.
yeah,
You
it
know,
was entertaining. It was definitely
yeah.
entertaining. For
One thing I do, you know, what I wanted Pat to ask and stuff, and he didn't. And Stephen A. brought it up. I was being funny. I was talking to my wife, and he had said something about why LeBron didn't attend the Kobe Memorial. He said that live on TV, and
Oh
then in
yeah,
this
I'm glad
next
you
hour,
brought that up.
and then the next hour, he corrected himself like he did attend it. I'm like, damn, bro, you
Uh,
be doing this, you be doing this gig for like how many years? And a nigga come and pop up
wow.
on you, and he got you shook. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna lie like that, but I do remember LeBron not being a D Wade thing. His
Hall of Fame thing.
his Hall of Fame thing,
Yeah.
or his jersey
Or the
retirement thing.
statue thing.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's something I want to tap the ass because I'm like, why wasn't you there? You know what I'm saying?
Was it in
Like
the
I
off
don't.
season?
Yeah, that's what makes it so bad.
Hmm.
That's why I'm like, hold up, why you won't there? Like, you
That's
know what I'm saying? Now,
interesting.
granted, him and D Wade, they all good friends stuff. So he probably had some or whatever the case may be. But my thing is this: once D Wade found out, you know, it was happening, I'm pretty sure he let Braun know. And Braun, whatever he had planned, unless it was around the time that the thing happened with Bronny, then I understand. But outside of that, like let's say a family emergency or something like that, then
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna say this, bro, and I'm glad you brought that up because I did want to touch on the Jordan thing. I don't really feel like these niggas be best friends like that, bro. Like I don't really feel like, and as far as D Wade and Bron, maybe he should have showed up to like the Hall of Fame thing, but I don't really feel like them niggas be hanging out like that. Like maybe when they was on the same team when they was living in Miami, but I don't really feel like niggas be best friends. Like him and Jordan, I'm not surprised they don't talk, cause like Jordan is Jordan. He was like the first superstar, megastar. So he probably like, all right, whatever. Another Jordan, another Bron will be coming. Like
Mm-hmm.
he just don't seem like he had like many friends that he fucked with. And I don't really see him trying to break his neck to talk to Bron. Like if they see each other, not saying they hate each other, and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. Bron ain't gonna break his neck to talk to him. Like they both
Yeah.
billionaires. Like eventually they'll probably maybe do business together. I don't know, but it's like I'm not surprised that him and Michael Jordan don't talk. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
people think just because they all pros that they be best friends and they gotta talk to each like Kobe and Jordan. Michael Jordan probably would have never talked to Kobe, bro, but he can acknowledge that yeah, he's solid, he compete just like me. But I
But I
mean,
think
that
that's
don't
the
mean they
thing.
had to be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I feel like it's a bunch of ways you look at it. So like I think LeBron uh hit on it also in the interview. He said him and Kobe didn't have a relationship until they got on.
He got to LA.
No, when they got on the Olympic team. When
Oh,
he
I
got on the
mean, yeah,
Olympic
Olympic
team.
team. Yeah.
And I think what they were saying itself with Kobe is the type that like you have to show me you work hard, that you want it just as much as I do, blah 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 blah, all stuff like that. And I think when Kobe went to that Olympic team and he saw LeBron work just as hard as him, I ain't gonna say he works harder, but and he competes and all that stuff that now you win Kobe's respect because a lot of role players
Mhm.
do the same shit. And that's why Kobe be like, oh, I want Ron Artest. Oh, I want Matt Barnes. Because for one, they not scared of nothing and they gonna compete. They don't want no like. Not saying the Dwight Howard was soft or nothing like that, but Dwight Howard, the way he played was just different from how Kobe's serious business, all the stuff like that. It just happened that Dwight Howard like being goofy and shit, but he still give you 25 and 15 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it won't the Orlando Dwight Howard when he got to LA because of the back surgery and stuff like that, but he still gave you 20 and 10 with a
They got a
bad
ring.
back. No, they ain't get it like
No,
not when
not. Well, I'm talking about with LeBron.
yeah with LeBron like with Dwight Howard without a ring. Yeah, so then when Kobe retired, that's when LeBron was like him and Kobe got closer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that might be the same thing with Jordan. Like once because right now LeBron he's still because I feel like he's still in some people's minds he's battling Jordan. So Jordan like I don't want to be friends with someone that's like can
Yeah.
threaten my legacy per se. The thing with Kobe was Kobe even said himself he was being so worrisome and kept calling Jordan, "How you do this? How you do this?" So that showed Jordan like, "Oh, this kid wants it. He wants to." You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? So that's how that even
I don't think
developed.
Jordan would have reached out to Kobe like,
No, he
oh,
wasn't gonna reach out to him, but the fact that Kobe reached out to him, asking him questions
yeah,
about this, asking him, and all that stuff, that Kobe gained his respect from that. And then as he got older and stuff like that, because you can see
yeah, I agree.
when Kobe
I
died,
agree.
Jordan was hurt. Like that was his little brother.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like he was hurt. So that bond was that. So
yeah,
it's like it depends on how you then, like you said, the thing with D Wade and LeBron. I mean, the way they make it seem like they was always cool since they got drafted together because they had to play against each other in high school and shit like that. Well, or AU
they're from
circuit
the
or whatever.
same class.
Yeah, and they had to play each other in the AU circuit and all that stuff like that. And then they just happened,
Oh
to call
wow.
each other up. And that's another thing that I don't that I want people to really like pay attention to. So you know how people blame LeBron for the super team thing, whatever. But my thing is this: it was D Wade that called LeBron and Bosh. People thought it was just LeBron
Mm.
just going down. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, and I knew that before LeBron even made this interview. Like D Wade said this on Club Shay
Now
Shay, I
let me
think.
ask you this: was this before the Warriors called KD or after the Warriors called KD?
This before, cause remember they said, he went to Miami when
Miami.
LeBron and Chris Bosh went to Miami with D Wade. This was before KD went to the Warriors. That's why people
Oh
were like,
yeah,
"Oh,
way before.
KD did
Okay.
it better than what LeBron did." And I'm just looking at like, I forgot who was talking about it. It was like, how do we penalize the person that went to join somebody, but don't penalize the person that asked that person to join? You get what I'm saying?
Especially if they asked to join.
Exactly.
Ask you
Like, you
to
know what I'm
join.
saying? That's crazy. And then, like I said, I think they were supposed to meet up in New York. It was going to be D Wade, LeBron, and Melo in New York. But then supposedly Melo fucked it up and signed a deal or some shit like that. So it messed it all up. So they were like, well, we ain't come to Cleveland. Um, they were like, well, we can go to Chicago with
That
D
would have
Rose.
been
They
nuts.
was thinking about going with D Rose, but I don't think D Rose, they had the
So,
money or something
so
like
they
that.
was just teaming up. Like, why was everybody trying to team up?
But, well, D Wade said, because D Wade feel like he was on Kobe's ass as far as the top shooting guard. But at one point, like, D
Yeah,
Wade got his ring, especially when he was younger, he got his ring, and he was like, I'm that nigga, blah blah blah. And then he just saw Kobe win his. It's when Kobe won his against, was it Orlando or was it Boston? Against Boston. He was like, oh shit,
Boston.
I need to, yeah. I'm like, oh shit, I need to get there. You know what I'm saying? I need to do something. And that's when he made the call like, yo, Braun, because that's when Braun, Amari Stoudemire, it was like a big free agent class, Chris Bosh, all of them. And he was like, yo, Braun, what you trying to do?
Mm,
And but he
okay.
knew won't nobody going to Cleveland. So they was like I said, they was
Yeah.
trying to go to New York. That shit. They signed Amari. Then something happened with that. Then with Chicago, I don't think they had enough money, so they were like, well, we'll just do Miami. You know. So that's how that happened. So we killed Braun. So my he former super team. Blah blah blah. Your boy D Wade, the one who called, he picked up the phone
No.
and was like, "Yo, Braun, come." You know what I'm saying? I think people don't look at it like that because it's like, oh, Braun had to go there to win a ring because D Wade had only won the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like he already won. So he's just like, bro, but they don't look at it like, oh, D Wade needed help. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's a lot, go there. And it's like the same thing with Steph Curry and the Warriors. Yeah, when they won their first title, right? It was LeBron by himself. Let's be serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then the second time they got hawked down, and then you go get Kevin Durant. Steph and them went to go get Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't call
Yep.
them. So,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Granted, not saying Kevin Durant didn't think about playing them, but it's like they went, him, Steph, Clay, Draymond, I think Iggy, all went to, I think, Hampton 5, where the hell KD was at. KD's a loner. Like, yo, man, come play with us. So, don't nobody get on Steph for, damn, you getting all this talent. So, I mean, my problem with it was
Good
I
point.
can't, I can't go, like, I'm supposed to beat you, right? In order to go back against LeBron,
We'll,
right?
we'll talk about that competing because it's like,
Yeah,
how do you, like, I'm playing you in the conference championship, and then I go join you the next year, even though we
It
win
ain't even the next
rings
year. It's like 3 months later.
next
That's
season.
like it was the next season. I'm
Like,
saying like the finals was
no,
over.
you right though.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Yeah,
like, bro, what? And then KD will sit there and say, like I said, we're gonna get into it now in another episode. Be like, well, we went like we was a rivalry with them or this and the third. And I'm like, I get it, but it's like still, you had a chance to, for one, stop the dynasty before it even happened, and you just extended it, and then you still didn't get
you're.
your fulfillment from it. And my thing is
Mm-hmm.
this: I feel like the reason he don't get his fulfillment with it is because even though we knew he
That's
was the
how it
best
happened.
player on the Warriors team, we knew it. It's still a Steph team. It's like you're heightening his legacy. Now, granted, Steph ended up winning a championship after Kevin Durant left,
Yep.
and then KD ain't been close
Mm-hmm.
since. But I feel like if he would have gotten there with OKC, like he did, because the first time he got there with OKC, they was young. They want to say they was young. They went up against Miami, they lost. Okay, this time you would have been more mature. You know, you had
You
Russ with you.
you was
You
up
know what I'm
3-1.
saying? Exactly. Exactly.
You
Up
won. You
3-1.
had it.
You need to
And I
win
get
one
it. He
game.
also was saying he was saying he wanted to try playing basketball differently and just he got tired of OKC and wanted to, see something else. And that's why I be saying, that's why I be thinking like everybody not the same. Like everybody don't want to compete because it's like, and then you with Russ with the ultimate competitor. Like I can imagine the type of, even though
That's what,
Russ understood it's probably business, it's kind of like how the fuck could you leave and go to that team and we was just up 3-1 on them.
and
Like
that's what
that
makes
don't
it
make sense.
so crazy because they got audio um of them, leaving the court after they blew the 3-1 lead. KD talking about, yeah, we gonna be back, blah 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 blah. You said that. That's why that whole snake, cupcake, all that shit came up because you said that, and then you join them. It's one thing. I'm gonna put it like this: if he went and joined the Warriors after the Spurs put him out, I think the second round one year, and then KD went there, he would have got no flack. He would be like, okay, they're a young team. You know what I'm saying? But you going against, team that already won the championship, and you can impede that, and you can get your rematch with LeBron. Because remember, that's what it was talking about: him versus LeBron. You know what I'm
Versus
saying?
KD. That would have
Yeah,
been nuts.
that's
Imagine that though. Imagine they come back and they win. They come back same matchup, and then we get LeBron because during that time LeBron was starting to go to the league the championship every year because
hmm
he came back. He walked them 3-1. Matter of fact, so that's probably
exactly.
how
He
they learned
walked.
how to. Yeah, that's probably how they learned how to walk a nigga. I wonder how many times that actually happened. Somebody came back from 3-1 like in playoff championship. Let
In
me see. I'm
playoffs,
gonna look.
I feel like it's been at
Yeah,
least 10 times because
for real. I
the
know
Warriors,
Houston did.
yeah, Houston
Houston
did
like
it.
a long time ago. Houston did
Yeah,
it. The I can't
the
remember the
Clippers, I
team.
believe. I think it was the Clippers.
Yeah.
And I saw the Nuggets did it to the Clippers in the bubble. Um,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that shit hurt
Oh,
me too. I was like, damn.
Jimmy Butler. Didn't Jimmy But? Well, I don't
I
know.
think he did, or did he win that? I know I think he tied it, but I don't think they won. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they
we
lost
looked
it.
that up. Yeah, they
They
lost
lost
in
it.
Game 7. But yeah, it's been like at least 5 times, 5 to 10, I'd say. Because I know Doc Rivers got like the most long 3-1 leads or some shit like that. Like no, he
How
got like
fitting?
4 of them, I think. I'm
How
like,
fitting is that?
I know, right? Terrible. Like, look at this
How
guy.
fitting?
But
Yeah,
yeah.
Doc be stealing the money, man. I
But
ain't gonna lie.
uh,
Doc
speaking
not stealing
speaking of
money.
seeding, that wrapped up Stephen Avery's smart thing. Did you have anything else, or you want to go ahead and move on?
Yeah, we can move on. That was some good
Okay,
potting
so
right there.
according to seeding, like so, we look at the playoff seedings, right? And what you
Mm-hmm.
think? Because the way um people are playing is like, are y'all really like throwing certain games? Because it's
Yeah,
looking
of
crazy.
course.
Like so, like you got in the East, right? You got the Cavaliers, right? Cavaliers 1, Celtics 2, Knicks 3, Pacers 4, them Pistons 5, the Bucks 6, the
Mm-hmm.
Hawks 7, and then the Hawks 7, the Magic 8, and then you got the Bulls 9, the Heat 10. You know what I'm saying? That's the play in, 7 through 10. Um, Me personally, as far as like ratings or something, if you want any of them teams to be in it, like uh
Mm-hmm.
I know no one wants to see the Bulls in it. I'm gonna say that. No one wants to see the Bulls in it. I feel like the Magic, they would want the Magic to be in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the
uh
Magic.
if the Heat had Jimmy
Maybe,
Butler,
maybe Miami. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe
that's what I'm saying. So I'm
Miami.
thinking Miami, but Trey Young is must see though. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like they
okay.
must see. So I'm leaning more to the Magic and the Hawks because
Hawk.
out of all them
Mm,
teams, like 7 through 10, the person that has the biggest star power technically is Trey Young. So in
true.
hindsight, you
Yup.
will want him.
Ice true.
Yeah, in hindsight, you will want him in the playoff rating. You feel what I'm saying?
You could make a case for the Magic with
That's what I'm
Paulo,
saying. It'd be the
but
Hawks and the Magic. And nobody want to see the
yeah.
Bulls, and the Heat don't have nobody for real. So it's like I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So
Only reason why niggas would want to see the Heat was because of the trade and Andrew Wiggins but it's like who they really
ain't nobody
got.
trying
Like
to see. Yeah, who they
shout
got?
out to Tyler
Like,
Hero, no
yeah.
disrespect, and Bam is out there hooping too. Now that Jimmy gone, Bam is like
Mm-hmm.
I watched a little bit of their game. I forgot who they was playing, but yeah, he getting a lot more chances. But I still
Mm-hmm.
feel like they need like a star, like a wing. And
Yeah.
Wiggins, not saying Wiggins is just not that.
He's a
But
solid
yeah,
role
you're
player.
right. It's Atlanta, Orlando.
So
Me
I'm looking at
personally,
Atlanta. Hmm.
I would want to see Orlando, but Atlanta probably win it if we being honest. Like Atlanta,
But
because they're really they really have like one of the better built teams, and they got a nice bench too.
hmm
Um, I don't know how the seeding work with the playing. Is it like
okay, so
seven,
this is what
10,
happened.
8?
So it's
Mm-hmm.
7 to 10, right? So 7 will play 8. So that'd be the Hawks and the Magic, right? The winner of that
Mm-hmm.
game gets the 7th seed. So let's just say the Hawks win that game, they get the 7th seed. The loser of that game, which would be the Magic, will play the winner of the 9-10 seed, which is the Bulls and the Heat. So the 9-10 seed, whoever wins that game, gets to play for the 8th spot.
The
The
loser.
loser's gone. The
Okay,
loser's gone. But the loser of the 7th, 8th spot gets to play the winner of the 9-10, so they have another shot. So that's what I just say the Hawks and the
that's
Magic
all
because it's
right.
like, you know what I'm saying? I
I
just say the
like
Hawks and
that.
the Magic because I
Hey,
want to see them teams in it.
that's a nice little. I like
Mm-hmm.
that little play in though. That's a nice little trick to add to the
Yeah, because it's like
season.
it's NCAA. That's what it is. It's like you got one time to get your playoff hope. That's why most people. That's why a lot of teams try to get that sixth spot. To the sixth spot, you don't have to play in and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You already in. But so if we
Mm-hmm.
kept it like that, it'd be the
So they
Cavaliers
battling for
against
the last two spots, and
yeah for the
then
most part.
yeah. So it'll probably end up being how it is, 7 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta and Orlando, because two got to make it. So it end up being Orlando, Cleveland seeing Orlando, Boston seeing Atlanta. And I remember last year Atlanta had our number. They was beating
Mm.
they beat us like maybe like 3 times last year. I don't know what that look like this year. I doubt it this year.
Yeah, they're
But
not this year. Um, because Trey Young's their best player, but he's also their liability because
exactly.
like he's the smallest person on the court. Now, granted, his wings and stuff, and everybody, he's the
Mm-hmm.
smallest person on the court, but everybody else around him is athletic as a motherfucker. They got all 6'7" to 6'9", play defense, all that stuff. So it's like it
Matchups would
fits
be
him.
important.
Yeah, matchup. That's what I
Matchup.
said. Y'all matchup, like I said, y'all matchup is just so because y'all just a big
Mm-hmm.
team. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like it's not gonna and whoever Trey Young guard getting cooked. Like they cooking
Mm.
Trey. So let's say, all right, so the Cavaliers against the Magic. Who you think you'll get that? If the playoffs started right now, who you think got
Cleveland.
that? Cleveland? How many games?
Gentleman sweep.
Really?
Yep.
I think it go to 6.
Okay.
Only reason I say sit is I'm trying to think. Yeah, only thing I say sits is in a regular season, the Magic has beaten the brakes off of Cleveland in like 3 games, I believe. So they're not
Yeah.
scared. They're not scared of Cleveland. Granted, playoffs is totally different, stuff like that. But yeah, the Magic, like I think it was Pablo talking. He was like, "Ain't nobody scared of Cleveland and blah 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 blah." And if such and such was playing, you'd be on the bench or something. I think that's who he was talking to. But I mean, I still think because Magic isn't there yet, so I take Cleveland, in 6. Yo, Celtics
I like
against the
that.
Hawks. I feel like y'all sweeping them,
Gentleman sweep.
gentlemen. I wouldn't give them that. I just
Matter
feel
of
like y'all
fact,
sweep.
sweep. Get the rooms out.
Yeah. The
Straight
Knicks
sweep.
and the Bucks.
Uh, if Jalen
Mm.
Brunson is back, gentleman sweep.
Yeah, because I
If
think
Jalen Brunson is,
Dame is
hmm
out indefinitely because he got blood
yeah,
clots in his. Yeah.
that's what I'm
So.
saying.
Mm,
So if Dame is if Jalen is not back, then they'll still win the series, but it just won't be a sweep. Maybe
mm,
Milwaukee gets a game or two, but Knicks
mm,
still win it. Is for sure. Because I mean, but it's just Giannis. So unless Giannis just absolutely dominates in which he can, however, New York got some solid footers that'll be able to defend what Giannis likes to do. So
mm-hmm.
um, I mean, it would be interesting to see, and like
Giannis
I
to
said,
have
New
to.
York is built to win, to
Mm,
play against Boston. So,
yeah, I think Giannis to have to like average a triple double the whole series, like
hmm
35,
he have to do
15, and 12, something like what
he would have
LeBron
to
did in
do
the finals. And
everything.
yeah, because
Exactly.
ain't no more Chris Middleton. Um, and okay, so John, that leaves the Pacers and the Pistons. That will be something to watch.
That's going 7. I got Detroit
Mm.
easily. Well,
Easily,
not
easily.
easily 'cause it's going 7. Yeah, it's going 7, so not
I feel like it's
easily.
going 7. Um, I want to go with you with the whole Detroit thing. It's just that
hmm
it's like matchup, and I've seen
hmm
Indiana in the playoff, and they have more playoff experience,
Yeah,
and they
yeah. I'm
got a
about to
chance.
say they
You know
went
what I'm
on a
saying?
run last year, even though it was a lot of injuries, but they went
Yeah,
on a little
what I'm
run
just
last.
saying. Like Cade gonna do his thing. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, who's the second best player on the Pistons? Do you know? Exactly.
Yeah, I would. No, I do. I would say this is center, but
Who Durham?
yeah, you
But I
right.
don't think
Yeah,
he's there yet. He kind of reminded me
no,
of
he
Dwight
not
Howard when Dwight first came. He was just like let
like a
him get his
younger white.
body right and he gets some. Then I can see him being there. 'Cause he already be
Yeah,
averaging a double double, I believe, and that's just off of effort.
yeah, he
Like he
do.
not even doing
He
nothing.
do.
But
Uh,
yeah, like I said, but I won't be surprised because sometimes the Pacers gonna be playing on defense. So it's like K might go off of 40 on their ass or some shit.
if we
Um,
being honest, Indiana should outscore them,
yeah,
but I just don't believe it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna go with Detroit, but if Indiana wins, I'm not surprised
it's not surprising.
because Detroit offensively scares me sometimes, and I'm sure they'll
Like they get
shore that up
stale.
this off season. Yeah, see what I'm
They get
saying? Like
stale.
they don't have like a go to outside of Cade, and Cade is doing
Mm,
everything else. So it's like, goddamn. But yeah,
mm,
it's gonna be a good. That's gonna be like the series to watch out of all of the first round series, like you
mm-hmm.
said. Probably be the most, but maybe Bucks in New York possibly could be interesting. Though we'll see how that goes.
As far as TV time, I say that because it's New York and then it's Giannis. But
Exactly.
TV ratings, like I don't think people gonna
Because
really want to be really. Hmm.
Giannis is supposed to go to New York, or he's supposed to be going to New York. Between him and KD, supposed to be going to New York, so that
Yeah.
would be interesting. But yeah, you're right about that.
Like
TV.
TV time, it's like you want to do the next round or did you want to go to the West?
Let's go to the West.
All right, to the West, right? So right now you got the Thunder at 1, the Rockets at 2, the Nuggets at 3, the Lakers at 4, the Grizzlies at 5, the Clippers at 6.
Damn.
I know the Warriors at 7, the Timberwolves at 8, the Mavericks at 9, and the Kings at 10.
It's actually
Now,
Phoenix at
no, they lost the other night. They got their ass beat.
Oh, damn.
Well, I mean, it's like the Kings is 35 and 37, the Suns is 35, 38. So that can flip flop. That can flip flop. So we'll do the same thing we did with uh the
Oh,
East.
yo, I see.
So you know what I'm
They,
saying?
they,
So
they, the, they're half game back, bro.
hmm so
Phoenix
the
and
thing is,
Sacramento is fighting.
yeah. So my thing is this: we're gonna do the same thing we did with the East. You know, 7 plus play 8, now play 10. But in hindsight, you will want the Suns to be in that 10
Mm,
spot because don't nobody want to watch the Kings. Like, you know what I'm
yes.
saying? Nobody wants to watch them. Not for real. Um,
And then
so
they got DeRozan and
Zach Levine,
Zach LaVine.
and
And
it
they
just
got
because
Monk running the one. They
yeah,
got
it's like
Sabonis out there. And they
it,
still
it,
can't get it together. I don't
bruh,
get it.
it's like I feel like
Uh,
it's not a good fit. Like it's not a good fit.
ain't this the second time they played together? I just thought about that. Didn't
Who?
they play
Nah,
together in Chicago? DeRozan and Zach LaVine.
yeah.
They played
Like
together in
why?
Chicago. What
Like
are
why
they
would you do
doing?
that? That's what I'm saying. The Kings don't know what they're doing. Like I wouldn't. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying? Just the fact that you broke
that
up
shit is
that
weird.
core between Monk and Fox is like kind of crazy. But I knew for a
Maybe it's
financial
for
play.
assets. Maybe it's like they're trying to trade away and get assets. Like, I don't know.
But
That
I
shit
mean,
weird.
I can see the Bulls why they traded away Zach Levine and well, DeMar Rose was a free
Yeah, that
agent,
makes
but I
sense.
can see
Yeah.
Levine, but the Kings to get him, it's like, bro, man. Like, 'cause they traded him in the
Niggas
middle of the
just,
season. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay. But yeah, so let's just
that's,
assume the Suns is at 10 because no one wants to see the Kings. Hell, if the Mavericks
mm.
was healthy, I would want to see them in the playoffs, but they're not healthy. So don't nobody want to see. So for real, no one wants to see the Mavericks or the Kings. So
And they
that
they
leaves,
hanging in there.
yeah. So then that's like that leaves what the Warriors 7, the Timberwolves 8. So I would
San
say,
Antonio think they split. They could have made it.
yeah, but they don't got nobody. Like Fox
Oh
injured,
yeah, yeah.
Wemby's
Everybody
gone,
went down.
bruh.
Yeah,
So they like, nah, we gonna goddamn lose some games on purpose, try to get there,
get
whatever. But
another.
I think they got
Yeah.
I think they got a solid core anyway. Like
hmm
so, um,
Yeah. Phoenix. Yeah, it
yeah,
would be better. But I don't really
yeah.
want
Cause
to see Dallas either,
but
honestly.
that's what I'm
So I
saying.
go.
Like Phoenix, right? You put Phoenix. Let's say Phoenix the 8th seed, right? But then who you pick? The Warriors and Timberwolves. So you want to be in that 7th seed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's tough, bro.
you
That's
know what I'm saying?
super
But I heard
tough, bro.
Steph hurt. Let's say Steph hurt, for I don't want to say a screaming amount of games, but he ain't coming out for the playoffs. Then I can see the Timberwolves just because Ant-Man is, box office. It's always about ratings, all about ratings. Have, the
Mhm.
names in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I say the Timberwolves and the Suns, the Suns have been playing horrible, but they have Kevin Durant. You feel what I'm saying? Like they have the name.
The Suns got Durant, Book,
But you know what I'm
Bradley
saying?
Beal.
They have the
They
names,
got
even though they
plenty.
play terrible. So
Yeah.
you'll want them in there besides the Kings and the Mavericks stuff like that. So I say the Timberwolves be the 7th seed, the Suns be the 8th seed or whatever. I mean the Suns have to win 2 games back to back though. But
hmm
yeah. So in that
Then
scenario,
they got to go into a series, so they'll
hmm
probably get what you said, the 8 seed. So, but they'll probably get OKC if they the
they
eight
get
seed.
OKC, maybe get smacked.
So
Who
that's
knows?
that'll be
Um,
good for KD to go back to OKC
exactly. You see what I'm
and get
saying?
swept.
Have Yeah, go
Mhm.
back to OKC where it started at and all that stuff like that. And hell,
Mhm.
we don't know. They might get now traded his ass to OKC. I don't know, but
I can see that.
I can see it too. That's TV. That's rating. That's what I'm saying.
hmm
Oh, okay. Kevin Durant returns back to OKC. Like it's what I'm saying. It's drama. So you'll have the Thunder against the Suns 1-8. You say they get smacked. Then you got the Rockets against the Timberwolves. That one, mm, because
I can't
uh,
call it. I say
honestly,
go. What you got? Let me hear what you got first.
the best player in the series is Anthony Edwards, right?
Yeah, of
He has
course.
the experience, well, that team has the experience. The Houston, they knew. I still don't know who was they. Uh,
Superstar. Who
yeah,
they leader? Who they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Sangoon? Is it Jalen Green? Is Jalen Green even ready to take that next step? Um, he has all the talent in the world to do it, though. Um, uh, okay, I'm trying to look at the matchup. So at the point
You
guard,
got.
you got
Yeah.
what's the name? Van Fleet versus
Uh-huh.
Conley. Um,
I take
I
Van Fleet got championship experience.
exactly. So I take him. Then you got the two guard, which is Jalen Green and Edwards. Edwards the better player. Um,
Mm-hmm.
at the three, you got Jaden Daniels,
Dylan Brooks.
Jalen McDaniels, and then Dylan Brooks. Is it Dylan Brooks? Um,
Yeah, I
Dylan
think.
Brooks. Yeah, he played. I don't know if he's the three or the four. And then the four is that's the thing. I don't know who they for. I don't know if they do like Dylan Brooks is the four, and then they put that one young boy, Amir Thompson. Sure, he had a
Yeah,
brother that played for Detroit. He nice,
yeah.
like he is
He
nice. Like
normally
so, I don't know
start
if
at
he.
the. He
So I
play.
don't
He
know if he.
usually play at the four.
Yeah, because he
He
like
he
six
played
seven, six
30.
eight.
He played 32 minutes a game, bro. Like he
So
be
he
on
must
the court.
start then.
Yeah,
So
he starting
Jabari
for sure.
Smith is the one that come off the bench. Remember Jabari Smith used to start. So I guess they put him on the bench, and then they put Dylan Brooks at the four, this Thompson kid at the three, um, and then they got Sangoon at the five. Um, and then with the Timberwolves, Daniels, um, Randall, and then Rudy. If Rudy
Mm-hmm.
is who he say he is, he can keep Sangoon in check. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how when
Honestly.
you because Sangoon ain't Jokic, he ain't Embiid, he ain't dudes like that. He's coming, but he's not there yet. So I don't think Sangoon will hit you with 30 and 15. You know what I'm saying? Like not yet anyway. Plus he's smaller anyway. Well, height wise than them other guys. Um, Dylan Brooks and Randall, two hotheads. That should just be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
it's just like, bro, look at these guys. Um, the Thompson kid, I feel like he's gonna be guarding Edwards. He gonna make Edwards have to work on the defensive end because he can score too. I think he's to me he's better than McDaniels, even though technically they're like the same player, like 3-and-D guy. But he's way more better. Like he can run the break and all that stuff. McDaniels is literally a 3-and-D guy. Like that's what he is. Um, yeah, that one might go seven, just because the
going
inconsistency
seven.
of the Timberwolves and the Rockies being so young. Like,
And
you
the
know what I'm
thing
saying?
about the
Like they
Rockets, right? So they scoring like Jalen Green averaged 20.
mm-hmm,
That's the most. After that, everybody else, Sangoon averaged 19.
mm-hmm,
Van Fleet averaged 14.
mm-hmm,
Amen. Amen Thompson averaged 14. Dylan Brooks
mm-hmm.
averages 14.
Damn.
Jabari Smith Jr. averages 12. Torrey Eason averages 12. And they got another center averaging 10.
Bro,
Cam
that's
averaging 9.
eight
So
people
it's
that
like,
average double figures.
exactly.
So they
And
really
that's what
play
I'm
like a
saying.
team.
They play team basketball, bro. It ain't
But
no, but I mean, it still might not be enough, though, to be honest.
but
But
my
we'll
thing but my
see
thing is
how.
this. In
Hmm.
the playoffs, you cut your rotation short. So who out of them 10, you got the starting five get theirs. Who's the other ones that oh, they definitely got to play? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said,
Um,
is in the playoffs, uh, it's easy to
it's
scout for
matchup.
somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna depend on how they match up, like how whatever the matchup is, because the T Wolves got some players they can bring off the bench too. Let me see what their averages is. But yeah, Ime out there in Houston,
Houston.
so
Hmm.
they gonna be tough just based on that, just coaching. So that's why I say I if I had to choose, let me pull up Minnesota and see what they're doing. And this is all contingent upon if they get that HC
The eight,
right.
well, the 7th seed.
I mean 7C. Let me see. Let's go to their stats just to look at them and see what's up. Of course, damn, and averaging 27. Julius
Who?
Randle is second, averaging 18. Nas Reed averages 14. Jaden Daniels averages 12. Dante DiVincenzo 11. Rudy Gobert 11. So that's pretty much
Mm-hmm.
a like starting five plus an extra Tay in there. Dante averaging 11 off the bench. So mm, yeah, we're gonna see how this goes because they
I
deep
would.
on the bench.
Yeah. What, Houston?
Well, Houston for sure, but even Minnesota, they got some players coming off the bench as well. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be
I
interesting.
feel like this. I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota knocks them off. I'm like, to me, it won't be an upset, but they said the upset because of 2-7. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, like Minnesota has all the
In the
experience.
West,
It's
ain't no
crazy.
upsets in the West. Like
It's
I ain't gonna
crazy.
say ain't no upsets, but it's like all good teams. So
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be crazy to see how. Cause let's say, so how it look right now from what I see, you was right. Sacramento 10, Dallas 9, Minnesota 8, Golden State 7. So,
Now remember, we was like, if Steph ain't come back, we gonna take the Warriors out and the
but
Mavericks out. Or
yeah, I forgot.
we gonna put the
Yeah, yeah,
Timberwolves and the
yeah,
Suns in.
yeah. That would be better anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be better anyway. All right, and then what's the
The next one is the
say
Nuggets and the Clippers, the 3 versus 6. Now I
yeah,
have a hard, yeah,
dang.
like so. I have a hard because like we used to have a problem with the Nuggets, but this year I think we swept them this year, I believe. Um, but like I said, playoffs is different, and like I said earlier, how we was a team in the bubble that blew the 3-1 lead against them. And I was like, how the fuck did this even happen? And Paul George was hitting the side of the bat boy, playing like Pan David P and all that stuff. It was terrible. I feel like that'd be a tough series because um I feel like we're a different Clipper team. Granted, me being biased, I want us to win. But
Yeah.
you can't stop the Nuggets. That's that championship pedigree, and then that'd be something. Russ in the playoffs against the Clippers, like you know what I'm saying? He was just with them and all this stuff. So it's like I said, drama. There's always something with it. Um, that might go 7-6. If Kawhi is healthy, the Nuggets might be in trouble a little bit. Because now I
Man,
don't
if
think they have
Kawhi ain't
it.
gonna play. Well, it's kind of iffy because he been playing a lot this year. But
Well,
he
he
normally
started. He started later. Like no time. Like the year before, he actually started playing a lot of games. He played like 69 games last year or so, and then he broke down towards the end. This year, he didn't play until 2 weeks after the All Star break. So that's half the season. He just started playing. So he now revving up to get, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he said it before. He like, I really don't take the regular season serious, which is kind of crazy. But you know your body. And
huh?
I guess he knows I got this amount of tread on these tires. I don't need to be wasting them in a game against fucking the Hornets or, the Blazers or something when I got you know what I'm saying? So that might be his idea. I just made that up, but that's that. But he's looking good though so far from the games I've seen. He's looking good. Like he got like 4 games with like 25 plus and 10 rebounds. So it's like,
I'm only
um,
concerned about him because I know he'll always be playing back to back games. Like he might sit
exactly.
out a game. But shit, he could just do how he did in Toronto, where he just kind of played the games that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So he seemed healthy, which is dangerous with him and James. They got a nice little squad. So
Hmm. And then
versus
Zubac,
Denver,
I
though,
feel like people not
yeah,
they
exactly.
sleeping on Zubac because he give you 10, 15, and 10, I believe. You can look the numbers up. I believe it's something like that. But it's like you can give it to him on the block. And I think that was the thing, like I told you when we was debating Jokic and B, and I was like, the reason B gets the better of Jokic is because Jokic wants to pass the ball. Like he can score. You know how some
He a
people,
point guard.
yeah, he wants to pass the ball. So if Embiid or whoever, like, all right, don't help, stay back and make him score, he can do it because he's talented enough to do it. But it kind of takes him
They
out
can't
his
win
rhythm
like
or his
that.
game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of somebody
The
that just want to
team won't
score the
win.
whole time. Exactly. And then everybody
Zubac
not in a rhythm.
averages Zubac averages 16 and 12.
You, you see what I'm saying? Like that's if you want to think about it, that's like almost top five. I mean, center. If you think about it,
with a block. With a
you
block.
know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And he played
and he
defense,
played
so
and he played 70 games. The nigga playing every fucking game, nigga.
exactly.
Norman Powell Norman Powell is averaging 22. And
Hmm.
James Harden's averaging 22. Kawhi's averaging 20. Bo Bogdanovich is averaging 11, and he come to play when the playoffs. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know if he's injured, but I know when playoff time come, he gonna come and he gonna make some shots. You got Derek Jones, he's averaging 10. Amir Coffey's averaging 10. Kevin Porter Jr., Bones Highland. So they got some good players.
Shit,
They
Bones
got
Highland
some
and Kevin Porter
size.
Jr. ain't on the team no more. I gotta think about it.
They're not.
Then they
Oh yeah, yeah. They
nah.
both. They both. I'm sorry. And Bojan too. None of those Terrence man. Wait, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Terrence Mann got traded for Boban. So like we got Boban and the Hawks got Terrence Mann. And then
Oh, okay.
Kevin Porter Jr. He played for the Bucks, I believe. I think I saw him when Dame was out. He was
Yeah, I
actually
see
doing
that.
something out there.
I got the
I know.
asterisks.
Yeah, I know. We got
Yeah.
Ben Simmons. I don't know what that's gonna do,
Yeah.
but
He playing. He. You know, it ain't gonna be no averages. I mean, I guess you could say he averaged 17 minutes a game, but
I mean,
outside of that, ain't really nothing. Like,
he plays center.
4 points.
Like,
Yeah, it's okay because he can handle it. He can rebound and start a break. So
hmm
he averaged about 4-4. He got 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 points. Not too bad, you know. I hated to see his downfall like that, but hopefully he can. But yeah, it should be a good matchup. I can see it going 7 games, at least 6 games.
hmm
Um, I still like Denver though, but at the
hmm
same time, if Kawhi play, let's say if Kawhi's playing, then he can put them out, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like,
yeah.
it's gonna be dangerous. But
Like
if it's
if it,
the team that I'm not too concerned about would be Denver,
mm,
because it's Denver. I don't know who as far as like, let me look at their roster because who gonna guard? I would just have to see the matchups.
I
I'm
feel
just
like
trying
they
to see
have
who
so
the
many not liabilities, but
defensive liability.
because they changed up the lineup. So remember Gordon used to start, but now he come off the bench,
Mhm.
so they can build their bench up. So what they do is they start Murray, Westbrook, Porter is at the four, and then I think it's Peyton Watson. No, it's Braun. Braun is at the three, the white boy. He at the three, and then
God stole mine.
they put Porter at the
I ain't
four, and then
gonna
they
lie.
bring,
That's a hell of a starting five.
you know what
Cause
I'm
they
saying? And they,
fast.
hmm
Oh, God
and
stole
then,
mine. Yeah.
but my thing is this: Murray isn't exactly the defender like you talking about. Russ competes, so I give him that. He's a defender. Bron, he's a hustle player, so he's a defender. Porter is definitely not a defender at all. And then Jokic, even though he gets the steals, it's like it ain't like he won't get punched on. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like you said, it goes to matchup. So for instance, like I think our starting lineup for the most part, well, I mean when Powell was out, it was Harden, Dunn, Kawhi, Derek Jones Jr., Zubac. But now that Powell's back, because you can't just he was our starting, shooting guard before whatever one it was when Kawhi was out, so you can just put him on the bench now. So I guess
Yeah.
now it would be Harden, Powell, um, Derek Jones Jr. and Kawhi, or they might put Derek Jones Jr. on the bench. So you can put
I would put Derrick Jones on the bench and
Put
throw
him on the
Kawhi
bench,
at the
right? Yeah. So because then you gotta have because for real, Michael Porter Jr. ain't taking nobody off the dribble. He likes to catch and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
He just happened to be 6'10". Like, and he don't
Yep.
play defense, so that's technically an easier matchup for Kawhi. Technically,
That's what I'm saying.
if they
I'm putting
if
Kawhi
Denver
at that four.
I'm just
Easy.
saying if Denver like keep that same starting lineup, they might put Aaron going back in
But
the
they
starting
wouldn't.
lineup. I don't know.
They would put. Yeah, of course. I mean, if I'm Denver, there's no way I'm letting Porter Jr. match up with Kawhi. You got to throw
Exactly.
Aaron Gordon in there. Like that's
Yeah.
easy.
So and then who's gonna guard Harden? Well, Westbrook, I guess. Um,
But who's gonna guard Jamal Murray? Like, cause he
exactly.
could go for 30. But
That's
then
what I'm saying.
cause who going to guard James Harden? Cause he could go for 30. They like LA got scoring. Y'all both got scoring, so it's gonna be interesting to see the chess match. Like, and who
Hmm.
they're going. Cause yeah, that should be
Yeah.
interesting. That's another good series actually.
Hmm. Okay, so the next series is Lakers and the Grizzlies. I'm gonna take Lakers in that one, being on 4-1. I don't trust Memphis at all. Like, not at all. Like, it's like
I say 4-2.
4-2. Mm.
I give Memphis 2 games.
Uh,
Yeah, I've given Memphis 2 games.
and it's just because they don't they don't have no one to guard
They don't.
LeBron or Luca, but they have enough people to contain Ja Morant, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they don't have an identity. I don't know
At
what
all.
these are. I don't know what they do offensively. Like, I'm being nice giving them 2 games because they got size. And then let's look at
But
they average. Okay,
but
Jaren Jackson. Okay, so he averages a dub. No,
how
they
many
don't have
rebounds do
anyone.
he have?
No one in there. No one averages double digit rebounds on Memphis. So
Now
they're
think
gonna
about
get
that.
killed. They're gonna get murdered on the boards.
Well, I don't know.
The
Think about that.
closest. Hmm.
Think about that. So I'm trying to think. Do they put Jared Jackson at the 4 or is he at the 5?
Sometimes
Because
he'll play. Sometimes he play at the 5. Sometimes he play at the 4, and they'll bring Bit Zach in and
yeah,
let
that's
him
what I'm saying.
start.
So because technically the Lakers ain't big. I mean, they big. They're not big, but they don't have like
They
they
don't
taller
play they
person is what
bigs.
yeah like Jackson Hayes. He a rim around. He's 7 foot,
Well,
I think.
outside of him,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
outside
saying.
of him.
So beating him up on the glass, it's like if Jaren Jackson played like let's say he played like Jack Randolph or something and got boards and stuff, I'd be like, okay, Lakers might be in trouble. But the fact that he don't, like, I've lost so many bets on this nigga, and I'd be like, just give me 3 rebounds, and he don't give me that, and I'd be like,
No,
bro,
he don't be
you
getting rebounds like that.
6'10", 6'11", you don't get rebounds, like, what are you doing?
But the
Like,
reason why is because he play around the perimeter a lot. Like
I know it's
he,
like, bro,
yeah. So
get
they
your bum
team,
ass on the
I guess
block.
they team that they don't. I guess they just don't play him that way. That I don't
That's
think that's
true,
his fault. Like but that's
but
why I
it's
said
like,
they don't even have an identity, bro. They just all over the place. I don't know what
so
they're doing, but we'll
so my thing
see.
is this: make it
Mhm.
easier for your team. Like, don't make it just seem like Ja got to keep doing ISO. Because for real, to me, Ja don't have a handle to really do an ISO. Like,
But
you know,
most teams want to shoot threes because
hmm
analytics, so they want to shoot as many threes. So they got like hella shooters. But yeah, matter
hmm
of fact, Lakers should sweep them. Yeah,
Lakers just sweep them.
gentlemen, gentlemen sweep. Lakers should sweep that shit, bro. I ain't gonna
Like, the
lie.
problem I got with Jaren Jackson is it's kind of the same problem I had with Cat when they went to the thing. It's like, bro, you have an advantage. Take advantage of it. You 6'10", 6'11", post up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Easy buckets because the person that's guarding you, you might have Braun on you. That might be a little bit more challenging, but Dorian Finney-Smith, Rui, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop. Like, and not put all the pressure on Ja to create, Desmond Bain to create. You know what I'm saying? Like you supposed to be that's the core. Ja, Bain, and Jaren Jackson. Make it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all can't be on the fucking perimeter. Like what the fuck? Like, the best shooter is Desmond. I mean, is Bain out of y'all three. So somebody need to be, the driver, which is Ja. Somebody need to post up. That should be you. And someone to goddamn shoot the three, which is Bane. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. That's why I'm like some people be playing basketball. I know they make it harder than what it is. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
It's
So,
gonna have to come with, like, they're gonna have to ball, bro. Like,
hmm
they gonna have to hoop for sure. I mean, and like I said, they not a bad team, like, obviously. But it's just like, what do y'all do? Like, how do y'all? Let me just look at, like, let me see. Let's just see, like, how they score their points. Like, how do they even? Oh no, and they made the playoffs last year. No, they didn't make the playoffs last year, right?
That's a Ja
I don't
was
think.
hurt.
Yeah. So so Ja got to get some experience. So yeah, he probably get knocked off first round, but it's okay. He'll learn from it. And yeah, but yeah, gentleman sweep, get him out of there next round.
All right, so you want to leave it at that, or you want to like go into uh the next round, or you want to go to our next thing?
Um, yeah, it's really up to you. We could go all the way through for real. We can go next round, but it's up to you for real.
I mean, like I said, this whole is like hypothetical, so we don't need to go to the next round. Um, we're just going off if it happened today. But so let's see. So do you want to get into the NFL?
Once we get the real seeding, we could definitely go through that for
Yeah, when
sure,
we go to
though.
the real season, then we can definitely get into it. But we're gonna transition to the NFL, and
Mm.
your boy Russell Wilson down with the Giants.
Why you gotta
So
be my boy?
I don't know, because that's your boy. I don't know why, but that's your boy.
No, he cool though. He cool. That's a good little pickup for them. Don't they got him and Didn't they sign somebody? Didn't they sign Jameis Winston?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, they got Jameis too, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, I guess like
hmm
they obviously they looking for a franchise quarterback. So
But
let's maybe
what's they draft? What's they draft? In the draft.
they are third.
So my thing is
So
this: why would you sign Russ and Jameis if unless y'all not going to get a quarterback in this draft?
maybe, maybe that's the thing. That just makes me think like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah,
So
because you got like I didn't say Jameis is a bum, but he's a backup. And then Russ was just a
yeah,
starter last year. He's solid,
exactly.
but to me, I don't think the Giants got enough weapons to even help Russ. So it's like, what are you doing?
They don't got
You know what I'm
enough
saying?
weapons to help nobody. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. That's gonna be interesting. Shout out to Russ though. He's still like,
Trying to
I
play.
mean, he would be like a bridge quarterback. It's like somebody who we got in here until we figure out what we gonna do. I
Uh-huh.
mean, then they gotta keep the rookie. They gotta keep the
Whoever the
rookie on.
whoever the
What's
rookie
the
is.
No, I'm talking about they wide receiver Neighbors. They got to make
Oh
sure
yeah.
they got to keep him active. So got to make sure we get somebody throwing him the rock. So I think they did that for him for real. But it's gonna be
hmm
interesting to see how they proceed. Because they got both of those guys, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to look up the Jameis Winston signing. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe they got him too. So um, yeah, I think that's gonna be interesting. I'm
I feel
really
like you
Mhm.
got two quarterbacks that you never have no issues with for the most part. They class
Oh
act.
yeah.
They're, if they do draft a quarterback, if it's Shador or whoever, we're gonna get into the draft and stuff. But he can see he can learn from someone that's not a hothead or like for instance, some people would say, and they're gonna transition to the A-Rod section. You wouldn't want to bring A-Rod if you got a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
That's
agree
why.
with that.
That's why. Him and the whole him and what's his
Aaron
name?
Rodgers. I mean
Aaron
Brett
Rodgers
Favre.
and not that no Aaron Rodgers and what's the dude
Brett
now?
Favre.
No, the young dude
Oh,
that's in there now.
oh. Um and Justin Jefferson. I mean
No, the quarterback.
yeah, that
Damn,
played
what
with the
is his
Jets, right?
name? No, he played for the Packers now. Jordan Love. Jordan
Oh,
Love.
Jordan Love. Oh,
Yeah, like
yeah.
it was time for Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers like, nah, I still can play. They got rid of him. They're like, nah, we got to go younger.
But you know
So
why he did that though? Cause how Brett Favre treated him.
did him. Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you just like if you get a rookie quarterback, don't bring Aaron Rodgers. You bring Aaron Rodgers when you ready to win now, per se. I guess.
First of all, James is about to become a world star if
Yes,
he ever played in New York, cause he
bro.
behind them speeches and shit. So number one, it's just gonna be fun with him in the locker room. So
Exactly.
like they just gonna have fun with that. And then Russell is the ultimate pro. Like I said, he throw a nice deep ball. He'll win you some games. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, it ain't really too much to really say about that signing. But it would be cool to see like what else they gonna put around, like how they draft. Because I know they got that pick, and then they got they got the third pick, but maybe they trade and see what else they can get. And
Mm-hmm.
then they got in the second round they got the second pick, which is the 34th pick. So and then they got like a few other picks after that. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
Okay.
very interesting. I know they picked first at the top of most of the rounds. Like they at the top picking. So we'll see what happens.
Um. So that's and them signing Russ, it showed that we have every quarterback in the NFC is a black quarterback.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Like,
I fuck with that,
yeah, like
especially
that's
being
what's
in
up.
our division. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool as
Right.
hell. Shout
I
out to
like
that whole
that.
division and all of those organizations. Shout out to every organization with a black quarterback. Actually, it's a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and you got a lot more head coaches as well,
Mm-hmm.
like coordinators and head coaches. So I think that's awesome as well. So yeah, shout
Mm-hmm.
out to those.
Yeah. So goddamn. So let's separate to we got that out of the way. Aaron Rodgers. Where do you think he gonna go at?
I'm kind of tired of I don't know. I just hope he got something left in the tank and he don't go and mess up somebody. Like I was thinking the Steelers, maybe the Vikings, or maybe. Well, I don't think he can go back to the Jets. I think the Jets
No,
picked up.
Justin Fields. They going with Justin Fields. They're like, nah, screw that.
Yeah,
We
because they got a new OC, I think, or a new head coach or something like that. So like, I mean, but then they released all of his weapons
his
and shit
friends and
too.
stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah,
It's
it's over for them.
hilarious.
He fuck around and not go anywhere. Um, because I feel like he's like prolonging it. Like I feel like he trying to force his way somewhere. Like I just don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like niggas feeling the A-Rod shit no more, man.
Yeah, because
So
I heard somebody say, uh, people will put up with your bullshit if you producing, and he ain't producing.
he
So
ain't
it
producing.
like
He played a full season, bro. And I
ain't do
look
nothing.
like the best game that I saw him play was against. It was a Monday night game against, or Thursday night against. I think it was the Giants. I don't know. It was a game he won early in the season, and he looked solid. And that was when I saw the running backs. Like they had some weapons, bro. So I don't know. I was like, at least he could win a couple games, but they ain't really win that much, which was weird. So I don't know, man. Yeah, he it just don't seem like he really have it anymore. That was
Mm-hmm.
his first season back from an Achilles injury, which can kind of fuck you up. So I give him that, but I don't really feel like the league really. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. But I think if I had to guess right now, I would say Steelers.
Okay. But yeah, uh, he's such a diva, and the
Yeah,
diva-ness is like I said, back to that Pat McAfee thing. He um had in his contract so that he had to go there every Friday just to talk. Like, bro, for what? Y'all just got blew out or whatever the case may be, and you going on somebody's podcast to talk about what?
why
Like,
is that in the
seriously.
contract?
Exactly.
But I
Like that makes no
yeah, that's weird. That's
like
weird
what?
actually.
Nah, bro. Like, nigga, get this playbook. You talking about that? You know, but yeah, so I don't see like if him but I heard like someone gave him off. I think the Steelers gave him an offer, but he's
Yeah,
taking his time. I'm like, taking your time? Like, what you mean taking your time?
ain't no don't nobody want you, bro. I promise. Ain't nobody coming to
It ain't that
call.
serious. Yeah, like, bro.
You need to get a contract and get in there as soon as possible. Like
Cause
the only
you
other thing I can see is Minnesota, but that's about it. That's if you
but
know.
I think they sold on they
Yeah,
what's the
JJ. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
so
It may be. That's why I said that's the only thing I could see. But outside of that, nobody is. I know his line is not super busy, bro. Like niggas not like it might be over for Arod. He one of the
it
best,
might
but
it
it
might
might
be
be over.
yeah, it's time for him to call it quits. Cause
Yeah.
he
He be alright. Yeah, I ain't know they had that in the contract though. Like that's going on the show. I just think that's nuts. Like he up there talking crazy too. They getting their ass bust.
exactly like bro, what? Yo, plus you talking like this? Ah,
That he a legend because he went to New York, had what they signing all these people, and they still lost. They still had a losing season.
they still ask like
I think he don't want to go to the Steelers because he know that shit is not going down,
yeah,
bro.
that shit ain't it's not. They gonna be like, nigga, what? Ah, bro.
And also, he know that it's gonna be all on him. I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
all on him, but it's like they ain't got no backup no more. They ain't got the two quarterbacks. But I mean, he got two receivers to throw it to. Well, they got plenty of options out there, but he got two solid receivers to throw it to. Solid
Mm-hmm.
defense. Like that's a great. I mean, that's like a really good place. If I'm a 40-year-old quarterback, I'm definitely trying to go to a team, especially with an offense built like that. The offensive line decent. You ain't gonna
The
be running for your
defense.
life. Yeah, like I'm not like what? Like what are you waiting for? Like I feel like I don't know, cause I heard they had a meeting and I don't know what A-Rod got going on, man. But it's gonna be interesting to see where he go for sure.
Um, so enough about A-Rod even. So you want to talk about the draft order? Because some people start going up, some people start going down. Who you think will be number one
Mhm.
pick? who you think your Cowboys should go after or try to go after? Um,
Yeah, we could talk about the draft order. However, the Cowboys is not my team, but I'll let you know who I feel like they should go after. But I don't fuck with the Cowboys. Fuck
my
them
man been in,
niggas.
my man been in what is it, toxic relationship. Playing with y'all emotions and stuff. That's just hilarious.
I don't fuck with them niggas, bro. I'm good up them. I don't like how they run their organization.
Mm.
So, but yeah, I know. Shit, Dallas got the 12th pick, so I mean, they ain't gonna be able
It's
to get like I don't know.
nobody solid. Well, they said y'all supposed to get an old offensive lineman.
Yeah, they need. It's a lot that they need, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they get, they got to get at the top, and they got to be like the top person in that position
Mm-hmm.
group. See what I'm saying? So like, if you go line, get the best lineman, whether you're looking for a tackle or a guard or whatever. Because I know they picked 12, and then the next round they pick around the same, like 12, like pick 44. So I mean they actually got some picks this year in all rounds, which is great. So maybe they can build. So the draft order, let's like the first round, the top 10 go Tennessee, Cleveland,
Mm-hmm.
New York, New England,
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, Las Vegas Raiders, New York Jets, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, Chicago Bears. And then
Mm-hmm.
San Fran, which should not be that high, got number 11. Dallas, number 12, Miami 13, Colts 14, Atlanta 15. Tennessee probably gonna pick a quarterback.
Who quarterback?
I
What quarterback
I,
you think they gonna pick?
I think they're gonna pick Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be between Cam Ward and Cam Ward and Shador.
But
And
that's the
then
only
number
two
two,
quarterbacks they talk about.
yeah, but it's plenty of them though. It's a good 5 or 6. I think Cleveland gonna pick Travis Hunter.
Oh, really? Mm.
I think Cleveland gonna pick Travis Hunter, and then I think that New York gonna pick whichever quarterback that didn't get
Tennessee
drafted
don't
number
pick.
1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think, like you said, Tennessee gonna pick Cam Ward, and I only really know about him and Shador. And the reason I put Cam ahead of Shador, I think the physical uh
Mm-hmm.
attributes. Like to
Big.
me, I feel like he has more physical capabilities. If that makes sense. Not saying
Yeah, I
Shador
got you. I'm
can't
with
make
you.
this pass and all that stuff like that, but like just certain stuff physically, like for instance, like there's certain stuff Josh Allen can do that Joe Burrow can't. Not saying he can't throw the
Mm-hmm.
ball, but it's just certain, you know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
so that'd be, they first pick. Honestly, Cleveland, I feel like because they don't have a quarterback, so I feel like they might fuck around and
Shador.
maybe pick Shador, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or they might show up on the defense and pick that edge from Penn State. They saying he like the next Michael
Woo.
Parsons or something,
I sure
like
might add him with
and had him to Miles. They doing that.
I
That's
sure
what people was
am.
thinking. They were thinking Russ will go to Cleveland. You got a running game, you got a good offensive line, you got defense. It makes sense. You going to New York? It's like, well, it's New York, so that's what I think. Like, no one going to Cleveland, but and then they get that to shore that up. So they got two edge rushers. You know what I'm saying? Make some noise. The
I sure.
Giants,
That'd be nuts.
Giants gonna take Shador because I feel like Shador's uh, I don't want to say attitude, but his personality matches New York. If
Oh
that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah,
I
that
can see
definitely
that.
makes
It
sense.
just it's just crazy that like you got three back quarterbacks. Then that'd be nice too. That'd be a first too. All three of your quarterbacks are black. That'd be saying something
Mm-hmm.
too. Um, that's the third. Um, the Patriots, I can see them getting Travis Hunter. I can see them getting Travis Hunter
Oh,
because they already got a quarterback.
yeah.
They just signed Stephon Diggs as a receiver. Um, they got the other
Well,
receiver,
you know what?
Kelvin Boone.
Now that you
And,
throw that out there, I think that damn, because maybe New York can try to get the Penn State edge guy too. If Cleveland don't if Cleveland takes a quarterback, I think
mm-hmm,
New York probably gonna take that edge rusher, bro. Because you're gonna need an edge rusher in in the NFC East. So maybe they take
mm-hmm.
him if Cleveland don't. But yeah, I could see New England. The first team that can get Travis will get Travis for sure.
Yeah, so I
So if
believe
that
it's
end
new.
up being yeah, New England most likely. I can see that.
Yeah, and New England is the first team I've seen have a person play receiver and cornerback back in the day.
Yeah.
Troy Brown. That's the first person I've seen.
Yep.
So it just matches, uh, Travis Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so,
they'll definitely set them up for success for sure.
uh,
Yeah, I can see that.
five for
Yeah.
the Jaguars. I don't really, like I said, I didn't really been paying attention to like how many draft people like Sean about.
They
But I
probably go
think
line.
I think going to the defensive line or something. I believe. Um,
I
the
they probably
Raiders.
I think I
I
think they'll go
they
offensive line after
offensive line.
Jackson.
Oh, okay.
But it could be
Yeah. 'Cause,
defense.
the Raiders they might go get the running back from Boise State, Genty,
I can see
or
that.
whatever.
They
Yeah.
need a running back. So that'll be
Yeah.
good. That'll be solid. Oh my.
Yeah. So I can see that. The Jets they finally show up their offensive line. So whoever that is, the Panthers
Yeah,
get a receiver.
maybe even a tight end for the Jets. Maybe they grab a tight
Yeah.
end.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Uh, Panthers. I heard it's a good wide receiver class, and you need some wide receivers for Bryce Young to throw to. Uh, uh,
yeah, I can
think
see
like
that.
you
I
said,
can
tight
also
end.
see them trying to show up their defense, depending on who's available. Maybe they go and get like one of the top linebackers or top D tackles. Possibly, I can
Mm-hmm.
see them doing something like that too.
Yeah, and
The
like you said,
Saints.
The Saints. I don't like what they get like a tight end or something.
I don't know
I
what they
forgot.
got. There.
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on.
Um, maybe they go offensive line. You can never go wrong with offensive line. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
can't. Like yeah, need bit beefy dude. And like you
Uh,
said, the 49ers, you said they high. You don't know why. I don't know why either. I know they were sorry this year, but um, they
yeah,
might get that
I think
cornerback
I
because they lost
who the
Ward, that
oh
cornerback
you
from
talking about
Michigan.
the Niners? Yeah,
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 because they lost Ward, I believe. So they need to fill that spot because you know they gonna have to pay Purdy eventually, and
yeah. They
you
definitely
know,
going defense. They definitely
so
going whether they go edge. Yeah, they going defense for sure though. I think I think for sure. Now that I think about it, back to the Saints with Kellen Moore out there, he gonna make sure that he got like a good offensive line to protect Derek Carr. So I feel like they're gonna probably go O line.
mm,
Um, and then the Bears probably I don't know what the Bears gonna do. I don't even really. They probably go defense. Maybe they go
mm,
edge like D line. San Fran, like you said, I know for sure they're going defense. Depending on what's available, like sometimes they'll scale back and not take care of their needs to the
mm-hmm,
second round, knowing what's available. So maybe they try to get like I know it's a lot of like a lot of edge rushers.
mm-hmm.
That's like real like high in this draft. So maybe they try to get an edge as well. But I can see them going defense in the first round for sure. Dallas, if somebody take That running back, I can probably see them going wide out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be offense, and then they'll probably try to get their line throughout the rest of the draft. But I know for sure that CD needs some help out there, so I can see them going like wide out
Which is crazy
or
because
tight.
you had these receivers out there, and
Mm-hmm.
Jerry ain't
They
did
ain't
nothing.
win.
None of this stuff.
They ain't win. So window closed, time to rebuild. They had plenty of receivers over the last 10 years, 10 years, like nice combinations, but you ain't win. So now you gotta start over.
Yeah. Speaking of
You got
NCAA, Duke is smacking Arizona.
yeah. I turned that off. I thought
Damn.
yeah, yeah. And Arkansas, it's kind of I wouldn't say.
Nah,
I
they
mean,
ain't
it's
smacking
kind of
them.
the same. It's kind of the same. Like right
Yeah.
now, it's almost like 10, but a little bit more, right? And the same
Mm-hmm.
thing for Texas at Arkansas, just a lower score. But
Yeah, but I think the bad thing about Texas Tech is the third seed and Arkansas the 10th seed.
yeah,
It's
that's
like,
the
hold
only
up, wait a
thing.
minute.
Yeah, Arkansas, they've been on a run. They've been on a run. But yeah, I'm looking at Duke, and y'all just a more complete team. I Cooper Flag needs to like I don't know like the way he play, he's playing within the offense though, so I get
Yeah,
it.
he
But I
don't
just
try to
feel like
take over or ISO or
yeah,
nothing. It's like he's playing. I didn't know he was that big. He looked big as hell on the court. Like, I was like, damn.
yeah, he a big guy. He a big guy. I can see
Yeah.
him really like playing in the league though. Like his game
He's
is
going
being
number one. They were saying he's going number
yeah.
one. Right.
If he leaves, because I remember him saying he was coming back. But I know if Mike was
Uh,
there, he would make him go. Mike
mm-hmm.
Krzyzewski would make him go because he definitely will make you go pro for sure. But yeah, Coop definitely need to go ahead and skate. There's some other players from Duke. Y'all probably had like 2 or 3 players go top 10, maybe two at the least.
Mm-hmm. My nigga
Um,
Caleb Love got 23.
yeah, shit, and they still losing by 12. So I mean, Duke just got too much. Like
Mm.
it's too much going on.
Vlad just hit a three on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching. I went back to it, but yeah, I could see Duke taking this because they ain't slowing down. That's the thing. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like,
Um, and my Eagles, we don't pick till last, so I don't really
yeah,
know who we possibly can. Damn, Caleb
yeah.
Love just came and hit a Steph Curry game. Um, but yeah, I don't know. You know, we lost some players this year, free agency, all that stuff. But as much as I would want them to try to get that edge rush for Penn State, that's too much of a tall task. Like you can't trade up that much to get that guy, even with his bad foot and stuff.
No, y'all already loaded anyway. Y'all good. Y'all don't need nobody. I
Of
be
course you gonna
always
say that.
interested to see who the like top teams pick like y'all, Detroit, Baltimore,
Uh-huh.
Washington. See who they pick. I think the Steelers probably gonna draft a quarterback. Like I want to see what Buffalo gonna draft. I want to see what Kansas City gonna draft. Like first round, I just want to see what they gonna spend their picks on. I think y'all gonna probably go like secondary, maybe a safety.
Yeah.
Depending on what's out there, because I feel like maybe Buffalo grabs a cornerback or like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But once you get down to them top playoff teams, you never really know who they're gonna pick. Like unless like for sure we know Houston going offensive guard or offensive tackle for sure. Like if they don't, they foolish. And
Uh-huh.
then Green Bay will probably go either offensive defensive line. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting for sure. The draft I think is like at the end of April. So
Um,
yeah, it should be it's gonna be cool. You know that shit be like 3 days.
all right. Mm. Caleb Love has got no good buckets.
He definitely certified. You heard
I,
why he transferred to Arizona, right?
well,
You know the guard that play on UNC right now.
uh-huh.
Um, he Caleb Love stole his girl.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it got real nasty, bro. They fighting over women and shit, basically. Caleb stole his shorty. Either Caleb stole his shorty or vice versa. But I think it was
Oh,
Caleb stole. I think it was Caleb stole his girl though, if I'm not mistaken. And
mm.
he ended, yeah, and it got so bad that he ended up transferring to Arizona. So yeah, yeah, y'all got bench players and shit. Duke is still Duke even without Mike, so I can respect y'all for that. It's gonna take us some time, but y'all still getting the top guys. Like we kind of fell off a little bit. Like the Duke UNC rivalry used to be, and it still is, but it's like we ain't really been. I don't know, man. We gotta figure it out. Because I can't take too many years of us not being at the top for sure. Especially when y'all still winning, y'all still getting number one seeds and shit. I ain't feeling that. Damn, Caleb nasty.
I know, right?
He is nasty.
Ooh.
But they ain't got nobody else. It don't seem like it anyway. Maybe they like we gonna let him go crazy, shut everybody else down type shit.
That niggas came back. Mm. That should be
Shit,
good.
they gotta stop y'all though.
Mm.
8 minutes left. Clock stop. Do the clock stop? Yeah, the clock stop. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude just dunked
Huh?
that shit.
What's the score on your where you where
78
you
to
at?
70.
See, I'm at 66-78. So I'm a little bit behind. But so they stopped y'all the last couple of possessions
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
I
like
see
Flag went up
9.
and got denied. I was like,
Yeah, y'all got a few pros on y'all team for sure.
I can see how some people be like, Cooper Flag don't have a bag. Like I see how Caleb Love have a bag. And like you were saying, Cooper Flag plays in the system. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like I see it.
People were saying Zion ain't have a bad, but I think he has a bad, just not like a guard bad, but Zion does a lot. Like he does a lot. Niggas was saying he ain't had no skills more so is what people were saying. Like he not skilled. But once I saw people saying that, I start respecting their knowledge of basketball because it's like, first of all, he can handle the rock. Like he can score it. Now maybe he doesn't have like the best jump shot. Like he don't have like a mid range game, but he has other
Mm-hmm.
ways to score. So like he's a great rebounder. He's fast. He's way faster than people think. But
Mm-hmm.
you'll see that like you gonna see now that he got New Orleans to himself pretty much. We about to see him really go to work next year. I just hope
Mm-hmm.
he can make it through this. I hope he got his diet down where he know how to slim down when it's time, just like the other NBA players, because he's not the only NBA player that, you know. So, but yeah,
But I
Zion
just
will
I
be.
just I just checked my bet, Jay, and the Lakers got all their stuff. And why did you get on Memphis? Desmond Bain couldn't give me 10 points. Like, bro, what are you doing?
See?
Like, what are you doing? Like, come
Who they
on, man.
play against?
The Thunder, him or Chet gave me 10 points. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, that's what I be talking about, too. It's like, bro, come on. Like, I'm like, that's why the only time I just bet on the Lakers and the Clippers. I don't be trying to do nothing else. It is what
LeBron
it is.
back. LeBron back.
Yeah. So, You know. Yeah. So that kind of wraps up for this episode. You know what I'm saying? Anything you gotta add, or
Only thing I really want to add is that y'all keep following us. We finally got a few subscribers. Shout out to all our new subscribers. We at like 10 right now. So we building. Follow us on IG at the Bros Pod. Keep continuing to subscribe and like our videos. Comment, please, if y'all have any opinions, anything y'all think we should add. Y'all want
or
to
talk
start
about.
asking, talk about. You want to refute anything we talking about. If we don't know what we talking about, or we feel like y'all feel like we do know what we talking about. Comment. Let us know what you think. We appreciate all the love, all the hate. Um, yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all I gotta say.
I mean, we're gonna try to drop at least every Thursday. Right now, eventually we gonna, expand it, but right now we're gonna try to drop every Thursday around 9 or something like that. Um, Eventually we're gonna get our video and we're gonna be in person and stuff, so we can put that out there. Everything's a work in progress. Everything's a work in progress. So, um, like you said, stay with us, and good things come to those who wait. So, we feel like it's gonna be something good, maybe turn into something great, and
For
keep
sure.
rocking with us.
It definitely. Yeah. Hell yeah. Facts.
So, that ends